score right now is 0-0. This is losers, semis, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Oh well, maybe not. No, this is the losers' quarters. I'll just leave it off then. Alright, anyhow, so we got Ness versus Bowser. Bowser's not really a good character, but Ness is also pretty bad. And I'm not really sure who wins this matchup, honestly. I know Bowser has grab release shenanigans on like the entire cast, and that's no exception with, you know, Ness and Lucas. Ness and Lucas get grab released by like the whole cast as well. From what I can, pretty much everyone has a grab release gimmick. Not a grab release chain grab per se, but always a grab release gimmick on Ness and Lucas. Bowser's no exception. He's got a chain grab of his own. He can do grab release into jab, into re-grab as well if he wants. But we'll see here. So far, first stock going to Player-1 though. Ness gonna have a little bit of a rough time here, I think, getting the stock back, but it sort of depends on how Player-1 plays it. He's at high percent, but he's also one of the heaviest characters in the game, and again, Bowser's grab range is, you know, it's good enough, and more importantly, that grab release chain grab is pretty rough for Ness. It's pretty much as simple as just holding the L button and just mashing A the moment you get the grab. For Bowser, Charizard, and Marth, I believe, can all just literally just hold L and mash A. A lot of the characters in the game can't actually chain grab Ness in that way. They'll usually have to like dash grab to get the re-grab, or straight up they can't even do it in some cases, and then in which case they just go for tilts instead. It's a little bit loud. I'm gonna lower this just a smidge, just because I'm finding it very hard to. I feel like the volume level's a little bit off there. But anyhow, so far two stocks, 79-44. Pretty even game. Nothing too crazy has happened yet. You're gonna see a lot of these forward airs too, now that I think about it. These forward airs are very safe. Anytime Bowser is airborne, and anytime they're spaced right, they're gonna be pretty safe on shield. They just do a ton of shield stun, and they're pretty disjointed as well. Okay, seeing a little absorb action coming through from Ness there. Getting a little PSI absorb or whatever it's called. I don't know. There you go. Get the other first take the stock again from Player-1. Getting back thrown, but it really doesn't matter. He's playing a heavyweight. That's not gonna happen. Even on top of the platform, there's no way. He'd have to be off stage. Maybe near the ledge, but I don't think so. He'd have to be like near the ledge, but on the platform for the back throw to kill at 130. But anyway, there you go. After a little bit extra damage racked up, able to get the back throw kill. Evened up the stocks, but 29% separating the two. Player-1 looking to camp these landings. Let's try to find something. Ooh. Player-1 maybe going for the Bowser side there. Just trying to take him off stage with him. End it instantly. Definitely a possibility. It could happen. In the event that you win a game with the Bowser side, though, you actually just win. If you're both on even stock. It's sort of a weird semantic thing, though, where like, where if you don't have that particular rule in place, then you may not feel comfortable going for a Bowser side, because you might think that, oh, you'll lose the game if you do it. Because in some cases, you'll see someone go for a Bowser side, and the game literally detects one character is alive, and the other not, right? But it's not always Bowser, even though Bowser's the one who initiated it, and he puts them face down first towards the blast zone. You would think that character would die first, but because of like Bowser's frame being larger, it sometimes like overlaps, and thus causes Bowser to reach the blast zone first. But either way, in this case it wouldn't matter because tournament setting, we wouldn't base it off of that. We would just say, okay, they got the Bowser side for the last stock. You know, they got the W. So it's sort of just like a semantics thing, I guess. Oh, I guess you can make the argument that if they go for the Bowser side and they technically die first, right? That it should be a loss on their part for them not knowing which characters actually get taken out first and which ones don't. But yeah, I'm not gonna fret over that. Oh, okay, that back there should do it. Yeah, 140. If this was Smash 4, I would also say he had rage, but he didn't. There's no rage in this game. It is purely just outplay your opponent consistently, be the better player, and come out on top, and that's pretty much it.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay. Nice. It goes for the Bowser shot. He did have a slightly higher percent than Ness did there, so it's definitely worth doing that, I suppose. It keeps the stocks pretty even, closes the lead that Ness otherwise had. So, good stuff. Alright, Ness going for another PK fire. Alright, nothing too crazy happening. Just trying to, he's just really just camping it up, honestly. Ness really content to just play super defensive, forcing Player-1 to come to him. He's at a higher percent now here, though. See how Player-1 is taking this approach again. Pulls him away from ledge. Okay. Now here's the thing I'm actually not certain of. When you do the Bowser side thing, the little side B, the claw, and you snatch someone up and you take them for a ride and all that. Question I'm curious about. So how does the control scheme work? I could have sworn it was like whoever has lower percent has control of it. I honestly don't remember though, like the mechanics of that. I gotta ask Player-1 about that after his set. It's really one of those things that I swear I've been told like multiple times and I always forget. It's one of those weird things though. Yeah, that's what I would figure, like lower percent has more influence on it. Anyhow though, there you go. Ness finally evening up stock. It was looking a little rough for him there for a sec. He's already at 106 and he was struggling to take that stock. Quick little back air though, doesn't quite take the stock. It's really close though. Oh, that's gonna be a grab release. Ness is forced to up B here. Ledge hog, and don't release! Why would you release? You fool! Well, let's see. Player-1's still in a pretty strong position, but he probably could have just held ledge there, to be honest. If Ness makes the comeback after that, that would be wild. A wild game one. That would make that, huh? There you go. Takes it. Wait, was that 2-0? No way, right? Surely not. Oh, no, that was game 2, but that was 1-1. I'm tripping. That's right, I remember. Ness got a back throw on to finish off game 1. So let's update these scores. Since I forgot to do it last time, we'll do it now. 1-1. Okay, so anyway, PS2. Ness really likes this stage. I'm not gonna lie, I hate this stage. In concept, I like the stage, but in practice, I find it's a stage that heavily promotes camping. No, this is PS1. This is Pokemon Stadium 1. So anyway, on Pokemon Stadium 1, so the thing about it, it heavily promotes camping. Specifically in the rock and fire transformations. It's so heavy. And Brawl's already kind of a campy game, so I don't think you really have to try too hard to make the game more defensive, right? It's not necessarily that this game's campy, it's more defensive than anything. They're not necessarily the same thing. Defensive being that, you know, shielding, rolling, spot dodging are a lot stronger than they are in Melee, for sure. And even 64. Certainly. But, yeah, I mean, this right here, this is the worst part of the stage. Is fire and rock, and you just see people just... Everyone goes to their respective side, and no one approaches each other. That's it. So I'm kind of thinking about just taking it off the roster. The stage is allowed. This is one of those ones that's just like... I mean, if you're just looking to see action, you want to see a lot of the, like, the spice of Brawl. You're not necessarily looking for a combo video, right? But because that's not really what Brawl's about. Brawl's like all these like neutral interactions and reads and stuff. And like spacing, pristine spacing, you know, the people doing like drift back just to hit this like perfectly spaced aerial to avoid punishment, stuff like that. And that's very Brawl, but you don't really see any interaction at all whenever you're seeing the rock and fire. Not even like defensive interaction. It's just there's none at all. And I think it's pretty, I don't know, I guess it depends. If you want the playstyle to lean more towards timeout sort of things happening, then okay, it's a good stage, but I don't know. I like the platform layouts on the water and grass ones though. Those are pretty great. I think they're really neat, and there's a lot of potential there for those ones. But anyway, this game 3, pretty close, just like the other ones have been. Still 2 stocks to 2, 87 to 41, 108 now. That's really just chipping away at this Bowser. Bowser's super heavy, but you know, his neutral not the best. Ness definitely has a little bit better neutral. I think in this matchup, I'm actually not sure how easy it is necessarily for Ness though. Strictly because like Ness is, even though his forward air is kind of safe on shield, a lot of his stuff isn't. Especially for someone like Bowser's jab is really good. And if you get hit by the sweet spot jab, pretty sure you get like sucked in, kind of like with DK's, where if he like hits the tipper jab, you kind of just get pulled in. Ooh, and there you go, a little Koopa, little take you for a ride, the little side B action. That's gonna be a stock lead for Player-1. Let's see if he can maintain this. You got the rock transformation, another really good one for Ness if he's got a lead and trying to camp it up. Not the best one though if he's in this situation like this where he's got to close the stock lead, right? Because from here, Bowser can very realistically just camp out in that little alcove there. He didn't do it though, so I guess, you know, it's not too bad for Ness. Player-1 didn't want to cheese it up. He didn't feel like being super grimy, I guess. I don't know. Whatever the reasoning you want to call it. Maybe he sees it as grime, maybe he sees it as just, oh, I don't need to go down there. Maybe he feels he gets an actual disadvantage from putting himself down there. I honestly don't know. I know personally, I think a lot of people know that you get down in that little spot if you're up against someone who doesn't have like really strong projectiles, and usually you're going to be just safe and fine down there. Because if they come down there and they actually fight you, they're probably not killing you. Because you got 2 little walls on both sides, and you're going nowhere. You might get wall locked though. You can get kind of wall locked by jabs or something though. Certainly, like if you're playing against like a fox, I believe you can get like pseudo shine locked against the wall. Ooh, and going for the PK Pulse or whatever it's called, PK Flash. Pretty sure it's PK Flash. Anyhow, going for that, doesn't quite get it. Oh man, really tight spot to be in here. 116 to 117. Both characters not quite in KO percent, but at such a high percent that it's kind of one of the situations where you get thrown off stage with just like one hit that's not quite a KO move, and suddenly you are in a position to where you can be KO'd, just like with Ness back air, Ness back throw like that one, but you know, maybe with more percent. But in sort of oh man, this could be rough for Ness here. Yep, that's it. Grab at least 4 Oh my god, he's living. The PS1 blast zone, dude. Grab the ledge. Ledge drop up air. No, why do you not? Oh my god. This is infuriating. You hate to see it. I mean, I don't know. I kind of want to